Hey guys, this is June 11th, the Daily Chill. I am joined by Icy, as you know for sure, and Mike, aka Karate Mike. He is in the building for the first time. Mike,
Yes,
how you
I'm
doing?
sorry I don't have my karate uniform on. It's at the dry cleaners.
No, it's all good. Ice, how you doing today?
Doing well. Yeah, this is my debut on the Daily Chill, so I'm pumped to be here.
Yeah, we're gonna get into top five later. Stay tuned. Top five Adam Sandler movies. Okay, let's get into it. Today we're starting with Zion. Before committing to Duke, Zion Williamson's family lived in the first house, $850 a month. After committing to Duke, Zion's family lived in the second house, which is just a huge mansion. If you see right here, $5,000 a month. Look at that. Living large. It looks like a place in Irvington, New York, if we're being honest. And I don't really care about this story. I think it's probably true, but I don't know.
Where was the house? Where was that house?
It was in North Carolina. Clearly, I don't know the exact dates. Location. Icy, I know, wants to know the exact locations of things sometimes.
I want the Zillow. I want to know the property value, taxes, etc.
It was $5,000 a month. That's all I really know. But obviously, this is happening, and do we even really care?
No, I'm happy for him. I'm happy he got to live in a nice place.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he deserves it. This gets into a larger conversation about, players getting played on their likeness. If you think back to the Duke versus North Carolina game, we had President Barack Obama show up wearing a bomber, sitting courtside of that game. Presidents don't show up to college basketball games.
I bought a bomber after that game.
It was the flyest outfit I've seen.
It was sick.
Also, the other thing to look at, yeah, it's possible that Duke paid him, this, that, and the other. But if we go back to 2002, LeBron's mom actually took a formal loan out to buy LeBron a Hummer. And, you're taking that loan out against your future earnings. Zion's future earnings, were guaranteed to be $100 million.
It's like Allen Iverson. Right now, he's able to take out loans against, like, his trust thing that sets in when he's, like, 55. He's broke, technically, but he's got $32 million coming in 10 years.
Yeah. So there's ways to work around it.
Yeah, absolutely. And, obviously, I'm a huge Duke fan. Icy is Fire and Ice, biggest Duke podcast out in the world. I'm not sure your thoughts on that, Mike. Probably like a box.
I go back and forth on Duke. When everyone hates Duke, I like Duke. When everyone likes Duke, I hate Duke. But I did love Zion, so. Yeah,
I'm going to say it like this. Coach K, maybe when he started off, knew who handled the bag. Coach K isn't a guy from he knows the guy that knows a guy that knows a guy that knows a guy that might be the guy that hands the bag. Coach K is not near this at all. And honestly, that's the way you do it. You do it military style. Coach K honestly should be running this country at this point, but that's a whole
Are you insinuating that there's corruption in our military?
I'm insinuating that there's corruption everywhere at the top.
Okay, that's true. That's true.
I don't know. I guess we can move on. So Mike's on for the first time, and he's a Patriots fan. So I do have to ask him his thoughts on Brady leaving. And I'm hearing a bunch of noise from my cousins up in Massachusetts saying that Stidham is the real deal. So I just wanted to get your thoughts on that.
Okay, I'll start with Brady. I am a Tampa Bay Bucks fan this year for sure. I'm also a Patriots fan, but I'm rooting for him to win it all. I wish I could still root against Drew Brees, but he kind of redeemed himself, came back to earth a little bit. Yeah, I'm going with Brady. I think they got a shot to win it down there. He's got thick receivers. Mike Evans, I could throw a pass to Mike Evans.
Right.
You just throw it up in the air and he catches it. But Stidham, I've been hearing the same shit. I don't know if he's good or not. He threw 4 passes, 2 complete. I think 1 interception and 2 completions.
Yeah, I mean
I can remember his stats.
Right.
Let's put it that way.
Right. I mean, at this point, Stidham can definitely roll out. He can find people. He's clearly a good communicator. He's
like a Garoppolo type. He's never going to win you a game, but he can do a little play action. He's cute. He's a cute player.
Not as handsome.
He's not a star.
Not as cute physically.
Yeah, Jimmy Garoppolo, I mean, 2019 wrote him a love letter on Valentine's Day.
Hey, come on. You can go to the doctor and get some stuff done these days. Everyone's beautiful 5 years into the league and a $15 million, $20 million contract.
True. Very true. You got your own dietitian. You got maybe two or three. I could use one of those. All right, and then let's go into the NBA. NBA season will commence July 31st. The top 40 players in the NBA, they all came out, and they were worried about the health, rightfully so. I mean, forget the NBA player whose mother died because of Corona. I think
Karl Anthony
Towns. Yeah. So I mean, there's definitely the voice of concern is all well and fine, but I think that at the end of the day, the NBA players are going to do exactly what LeBron James wants to do. And I think that's going to be playing basketball because at this point, I mean, he is just running the NBA.
Yeah, so they're giving people the option that if they don't want to play, they don't have to show up. And
What about your team? What's their option? The Knicks.
The Knicks, we're getting better right now. We're hitting the weight room. We are, getting shots up. That's okay. But the other teams, there's no penalty on paper for these players. They won't get paid for the games. But they are expanding the rosters, so I would like to see, if it's possible, Jamal Crawford, J.R. Smith. I would love to see those guys back in. And I think the people that don't want to play are, obviously erring on the side of caution. Health is the most important thing. But those are the same guys that don't legit have a chance to win the title.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're not hearing LeBron James say he's not going to show up.
Well,
he's freaking texting everyone to be like, he's forming a political party to be like, let's go, let's get this shit done.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, I just started on NBA 2K20. I just made creative player named Joe Rogan just 2 hours ago on the Lakers.
Does he have any hair?
Lakers. Obviously, this is all for Kobe. I said in January when he passed away, we're a Lakers team because, I mean, my team stinks. And I'm not going to root for your Boston Celtics because that would just be embarrassing way to go out. So I'm Team LeBron. I'm Team Joe Rogan. And stay tuned on that because I might be I think we got we got a Twitch. Sports Show Twitch is out. So now I'm going to become a maniac and we'll start doing stuff on the video game side.
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay, I like the Lakers as well. I'm rooting for them out of the West. I did place a $100 bet on them a couple months ago, plus 400. It'd be a nice little payday. It's a little stimulus check in the pocket. But the Celtics, you know what? I'm a little bit nervous actually because I heard Tatum hadn't taken a shot for a full month into the quarantine. So I don't think that could be a good thing. And as much as I support the marching and protest, we got a bunch of players out there. So I don't know if they need to quarantine for a few extra weeks, but I don't know if any of that is going to technically help them on the basketball court. But, anyone could win this year. I could see the Rockets winning. It's a weird, they're going to be playing in front of no fans. There's going to be injuries.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. I follow Jason Tatum on Snapchat pretty closely. Doesn't look like he's been working out much. Looks like he's been, playing with his son, playing golf. I think the team that's taking it home this year is the Clippers. The Lakers, there's so much, talk around them. And, I think it might be a little too much press. We're playing with no fans. Kawhi is not even going to know what's going on around him, like always. It's going to make absolutely no difference. They got some killers over there. Him, Lou Williams, Paul George. I think the Clippers are taking it home.
And they have the depth. They could lose like 2 or 3 players and still be like 6 or 7 really deep going into the playoffs or finishing the playoffs. I like the Clippers as well.
Yeah, no, I like them. I mean, I don't like them. I don't want them to win. But I also want to mention the Milwaukee Bucks because it's a really important year for Giannis. Like, if they go out early, Giannis might just be like, you know what? I want to go to a new city where we have cap space, where I can play with guys because everybody else is doing it. And he's seeing the roadmap to success, not only on the court, but off the court, what LeBron's doing. So I think you just pretty much follow what LeBron's doing at this point and, become a billionaire. So I think I don't think the Bucks have a chance. I think it's going to be the Clippers or the Lakers, but I said it at the very beginning. This is LeBron's year. He got hurt last year. He basically just did a Jordan, took the year off, and rightfully so because he had no shot last year. And I think that Anthony Davis is the best player on the planet. So I think they're going to get it done.
You think Anthony Davis is the best player on the planet?
Well, if he played in the 90s, if he played in the 90s, yeah, I do.
That's true.
I mean, like, if I had to give everybody an overall grade, I would probably give Anthony Davis the highest grade. But Kawhi Leonard, to Icy's point, he has ice in his veins. Like, we don't really know if he's a robot or not. I don't know. And then what else do we have?
Can I circle back around to Zion?
Yeah, go ahead.
I cannot wait. I'm so happy that the NBA basically rigged it to get him in the playoffs.
Absolutely.
Like how they rigged the draft lottery so the Knicks never get the number 1 pick. But I think the demand is so high to see him. He might be the funnest player I've ever seen watch. Like, I will. Would you rather like go to Parker House or watch Zion play in a playoff game?
Zion,
100%. I'm a Parker House.
And I don't really like Parker House. I'm more of a Bar A kind of guy. They're not very nice to the handicapped. And I had a broken ankle one time, and it was a mess down there. I was in the basement. People are jumping up all over me. It was a nightmare. Bar A, you got a little bit more feel, and I'm not the tallest man in the world, so Bar A top guy. All right, let's get right into the top 5. We're doing
top five.
We're doing Adam Sandler movies, and producer Luke put Mike up first. Shout out producer Luke, who I did just give the MVP of the week to. So let's give him a little clap and an introduction to Luke.
I actually thought you gave me the MVP for a second, and then you tagged him after you said MVP. So there was a few seconds where I thought I was MVP, and I congratulated myself. But congrats, Luke. Good job.
Yeah, you were definitely in the top 5 this week. I'm seeing that improvement. That following's going up. You're doing all the right things. You're saying all the right things. And most importantly, you're being funny on your page. So that really matters. Started off, Adam Sandler movie. You got the board.
Number 5, Adam Sandler.
No. This is how you do it. You go with your best pick.
You go with the best.
Snake draft. Okay. They go off the board.
It's
like an enemy.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm gonna run out of freaking movies then.
There's plenty.
There's plenty. Number 1. I'm going with The Waterboy. The Waterboy is probably not the consensus number 1 pick, but for me, it is just fucking hilarious. I rewatched it within the last year. Kathy Bates, I don't always like her. I love Misery. She freaking brings it. But the MVP of the movie, in my opinion, and possibly a top 10 movie line of all time, is Rob Schneider. You can do it!
Absolutely.
So that's my number 1 pick, The Waterboy.
Love it. And yesterday I posted on my personal account, What's in the Cup. I was playing a game, What's in the Cup. The answer was water. No one thought that I would be drinking water. Says a lot about me, I think. Great choice. I'm going to go with my pick. Oh, you're up. Sorry.
So my pick is equivalent to Zion not going number 1. I respect the Waterboy because I was a former Waterboy in college, team manager, integration manager. But I mean, the best Adam Sandler movie of all time, Big Daddy.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm happy that you guys didn't take my number 1 or my number 2, because this is going to be really nice right here. Obviously going with my number 1 overall, Billy Madison. Farley's in it. The Miles Davis line, everything about that movie. Veronica Vaughn. I mean, clearly that's one. And then I'm going with Happy Gilmore. How could we? I mean, just an easy one.
It's kind of chalk right there.
Yeah, that's pretty chalk right there. I mean, as good as it goes. All right, you're back up.
I'm up.
Icy.
Yeah. So, this is kind of a tough decision. And this is kind of a weird pick. I'm going to go Chuck and Larry. Just a classic.
It is a funny movie.
It's a really funny movie, but I had that ranked 15th on my board. Wow. You really love to
I saw potential in it. I saw potential.
But also, it really is unbelievable movie. Kevin James is a national treasure.
Okay, I'm up.
Yep.
Happy Gilmore. Has that already gone? No, right?
It's already gone.
It's already gone. Okay, then I'm going with The Wedding Singer.
That's a great one.
Is a great movie. I consider it kind of a drama. A little. There's comedy in it. really feel for the guy. I've dreamed about becoming a wedding singer. I think it is one of the most underrated careers, if you can call it that. Every time I go to a wedding, the band is cool as hell, and I love that movie.
Great.
And then
Great.
I'm gonna go. I go again, correct?
Yeah.
Anger Management, Jack Nicholson, Marissa Tomei, Derek Jeter, Rudy Giuliani. He's not exactly beloved anymore. Who else? John C. Reilly. The movie's stacked, super underrated. It's not an Adam Sandler brand movie. It's like a movie that he's actually an actor in that's hired. I don't know if he produced it or not, but I freaking love that movie.
It's great. That was my 5th and 7th pick. So that was pretty strong right there.
Okay, next. I did not think this was going to slide this far, and I'm just so happy that it's still available. Mr. Deeds is a classic, filmed in New Milford, Connecticut. It's, very, very sneaky. It's a great movie.
Yeah, that's a great one. I'm gonna go. I got 2 right here, which is what you said, Wedding Singer, right? Yeah, that one's out. Okay, so I'm gonna go with Uncut Gems, which is probably the best movie I saw all last year. And shout out to the guys over at, not to brag, but I walked into the movie theater. I was a little inebriated, and I saw people like, oh my God, it's the Sports Show. Shout us out. It was wild. They waited afterwards to take a picture with me. So shout out to those guys, whoever they are on Twitter. I love those guys. And that movie is unreal. Have you guys both seen it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unbelievable movie. 92 tomatoes.
I hate the
okay.
ending. I just hate the ending.
Oh, not everything is a fairy tale, AC. You got to learn that, all right? All right.
That's a great movie.
And then I'm gonna go with Coneheads. Is that allowed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. Back in the day, like when I was like 5 or 6 years old, I remember watching that movie. Such a classic movie. Dan Aykroyd. Just weird, very weird movie. But I did find out that he was in it, so I'm going with it.
I didn't even know he was in that.
Yeah. A very small scene, but he was in it.
My next pick is an absolute classic. I remember watching this at sleepovers growing up. Little Nicky.
Oh God. I now banish you to Hoboken, New Jersey. I think that's where you are right. Oh no, are you not in Hoboken right now?
I am down there. That movie introduced me to Popeye's Chicken. Popeye's Chicken is the shit.
Fair enough.
All right, am I up?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Airheads. Have you guys seen that movie?
I have not.
I've never heard of it.
Oh, it's great. It's a band. Brendan Fraser. They hold up a radio station and try to get their record played.
I've seen it.
And Adam Sandler's the drummer. Yeah, we got Chris Farley. It's the whole crew. Very young. Very good movie. Smoke a joint. Watch that movie. You'll laugh your ass off.
Okay.
Swear to God.
All right.
And then I'm gonna go with 50 First Dates.
Damn.
Ooh.
That is not gone yet,
I
right?
should have waited with Coneheads. No one was gonna pick that. What a great pick.
50 First Dates, you get the classic, they have their connection, him and Drew Barrymore, Wedding Singer. They did a few Netflix ones, but, they should just get married and have kids. I'd be really happy if that happened.
Fair.
So I have 2 right now that I'm deciding between. Actually 3. And 2 of them I would say are, classic, like you just bring it up to people at a bar, they're going to say this is a great movie. But I'm not basing it on other people's opinions. I'm basing it on my opinion. That's what the world's about. That's why we live in America. We get to make our own choices. Final pick.
You're getting political here. Okay.
5th round.
Political in the Adam Sandler draft.
Don't mess with the Zohan. That's my final. He's a great hairdresser. A lot of thrust.
Absolutely.
It's just overall, it's a great movie.
So I do want to give an honorable mention before I give my last pick to 8 Crazy Nights. What an unbelievable movie. But I'm going to go with The Longest Yard. When he was the quarterback, we had Tracy Morgan in it. Cheeseburger Eddie.
Cheeseburger Eddie. Michael Irvin. The cast was great. Dan Patrick. Nelly was in it. What a movie. I mean. We could have a podcast where we just list the cast from Longest Yard.
Goldberg.
Unlimited.
Stone Cold.
Oh, yeah.
Stone Cold. Goldberg, was he in that?
Bill Romanowski.
Yes.
Wow.
Romanowski.
We should honestly just do a podcast where we just list every single person in Adam Sandler movies. It's take 30 minutes.
The Bosworth was in it. Whatever his name was.
Yeah,
Yeah, he played a
basically,
prison
if
guy.
you were anybody, like they just had a party one day, like, oh come, we're gonna do the game, and there were like 150 celebrities there, so it's probably awesome for all of them.
If they do a sequel, we're all getting in it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
The longest 2 yards.
it's the 2-3 year plan is us making movies anyways, so stay tuned. That's it for the Daily Chill, June 11th, the sportsshow.com. Fire.